I don't know if it's better now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, that's fine. So it's being recorded now. So if we do this. Right. You can still see my screen, right? Bro Sam, can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
That's fine. So now,
Yeah, I do.
okay, that's fine. So let me open this to one side. So I'm going to do question number 2.
Okay.
So look at question number 2. We have 3 variables here, 27, 6, and 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go here. The first thing I want to do is to create the quiz, which I'm going to scroll down. Make sure that you have turn editing on. If it's not on, you have it as green. You click turn editing on. Then you'll be able to scroll down. You will now see add or add an activity. Okay. What we want, the activity we want to add is the quiz. You click on that. Click on add. Then is Q2, question 2. And with other type of questions, I can say compare number additions. Yeah, it's just something descriptive so that it helps us to know in future this is what this is all about. Then once you've done this, you go under question behavior. Remember I said it's going to be immediate feedback, right?
Yeah, so that they can get marked as the student progress.
Absolutely. Then you solve and display. Solve and display. We have created a quiz. It's like getting the question, the blank question paper. We now need to put the question inside.
Okay.
How do they put the question inside? Once you are here, you scroll down. You have questions, question bank.
Okay.
Question banks, click on that. Now click on questions. Right?
Yeah.
Now, once you click question, under the question bank, you need to select the one you just created, Q to compare number additions. If not, you'll be looking for, you'll not be able to link it properly. Okay. So having done that, the next thing to do is to create a new question. Okay, create a new question. Now, different question types, right? The one we are making, you can use true or false. If it's multiple choice, we also have multiple choice. You can match in short answer, numerical. That the one I'm making use of is the one that says formula. Okay. Right. Formula allow us to be changing the question numbers, right? So I'm going to click on add. So I'm going to use the same question name. I'll just say Q2, compare number addition, right, to additions. So what I want to do is to create my variable, right? There are 3 variables I have there. So I select my A equals, I can pick any number, open the curly brackets. If I like, I can start from maybe 10. Then I want you to get up to maybe 20 or 25. It doesn't matter. Now, you can always come back to check the question you want to do. So you look at this one, the variable A is from 27. So I can say from, did I say from 20, from 10 to 5? Good. So look at the second one is 6. I can say from maybe 2 to 10, right?
Yeah.
So I say my variable B, but remember use your semicolon, then I say my variable b equals 10 colon, sorry, 2 to 6 I mentioned, right? Or 2 to 10.
2 to 10.
Correct, okay. Semicolon, I go to my variable c. Now, you know from here that because it's addition, so variable c is 20, right? So if I like, I can pick it also from maybe, let's say 12 to 22.
Okay.
So variable c equals 12, 22, right?
Okay.
Because 22, the last digit here will not be included if I want it to include. So let me increase to 23. So likewise, I need to make this 11.
11.
And I need to make this, if I get this up to 31 actually.
Yeah.
To make it 30, okay? So now my variable from here, to get the missing term, I need to add the two left-hand corner together and take away from 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, which is going to be my answer. So now the answer is always declared under global variable.
Okay.
I can say my answer equals A plus B. Then both of them, I now take away
C.
Okay, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the main question, which the student will say, I prefer to use this part 1, right? For a reason I'm going to explain to you later. So under this main question, if I like, I can just repeat my question title. So I just say that one, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's mandatory field, so I need to put something there.
Yeah.
So I come back under, now the part mark is a mark that I award. Maybe it's a 5 mark or 2 mark, but I just leave it as default as 1 mark.
Okay.
Now the answer type is a number automatically. So if I put numeric, that means it cannot add something to that. So I use number.
Okay.
There are sometimes I may need to type in algebra formula. So I leave it as algebra formula or something like that. But in this case, I'm dealing with numbers. So I leave it as numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, my answer is just what I've defined here as ANS. So whatever this value give, based on this value selected here, is what the system will compare what the student typed. I just say ANS as the answer.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I'm dealing with number that involves decimals, is always good to include something like this and just click that. If
Okay.
not, you may see a question that maybe what is 0.75 times 0.22.
Okay.
The student will put it right, but because the level of precision of computer, you may take it something far.
Yeah.
Aha. So make sure you say maybe about up to 10,000. Then you now take that to include that it should just use the grading criteria. Now I now come under the part text. Part text, I can now say what is or filling the missing value, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Now my A is there, plus B equals C plus. Now, inside this place that something is missing, I'm going to use this, something like that. So whatever I put here, that is going to be a gap, like where the student would type in their answer.
Okay.
So by the time I save this, you see it, you understand it better. So everything is fine now. What I now need to do is just, if I haven't put in any error here, I've used my semicolon, everything correctly the way it's supposed to be. Please bear with me a sec. I'm just trying to pick a call.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Right, so sorry about that. So now if I put in everything correctly and I scroll down and I click save changes and continue, preview is going to come here, which means it has subtested all the figures I put in. You see the preview coming up now. Then if I click on preview, I'll need to share that with you so that you will see. Then I'm going to have this. So you see it here now.
Yeah.
Right. So if I type in, let's say, what is 5 plus 15 plus 3, that's 18.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I add to 18 to make it 20? That's going to be a negative number.
Yeah.
So that's -2. Right. I'll check that. Mark it right for me.
Yeah.
So if I try it again, it's going to change it to another number entirely.
Okay.
So which is the purpose we're trying to achieve? That the student does not memorize, they just know the method on how to work it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously this is going to give me another -2, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I try it again third time, it's changed again, right? Supposing I answer this incorrectly as 1, it's going to tell me it is incorrect and just give me the correct answer.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do here next is I'm going to now show how to use this to give some explanation underneath here so that students can see and say, oh, this is how this is done. Are you happy with that so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, but before I do this, let me come back to show you, because you notice there that we are getting minus answer, which the students may not know. So how do I avoid that minus answer? I simply come here. I need to ensure that the value of C is never greater than the value of A and B, right? So, and I can actually come here, instead of declaring my C here, and say my C, right, equals the value of, so this, okay, if I say the value of A plus B, right? Now, I now say take away, put that in brackets, just to make it look neater. Then take away, because I don't want to be, so I can say, I can declare another variable here, say fact, like factors, equals maybe 1 to 6, right? Okay. So this is going to take any number from 1 to 6. So now, now because I'm putting C here, I need to put my semicolon to separate it from the answer. Okay. Right. So I know at any point in time, if the value of the least value of A that could be taken is 10, and the smallest value of B is 2. So the smallest value I can have here for value of C is 12. Well, take away 1. So it's always less than. So, so if I now come here, save changes again, then if I preview, let me show that. You see it changes here, but come on, what's going on here? We still have 21. Is it there's a problem or something? Let's have a look.
I think it wasn't going to be negative by 0.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be. I expect it. Value of C. C is A plus B. Oh, sorry, I didn't take away fact. Yeah, we take away facts to reduce it so that it doesn't give it 0. So I've included that now. So let's go and display again. So I have now 3 plus 13, sorry, 13 plus 3, which is 16. So I just need to add 1 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have that done. That's cool. So now let's come back and now what at times I want to do to make it neat. So I'm going to actually, I can make this bold. If I come down here, I can move this down just to create a gap, right?
Okay.
So let's have a look how it shows. Right, looks a bit more better. Fill in the missing value in here, right? So obviously this is going to be 5. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so now let's now go into writing the correction that the student will see if they answer it incorrectly. Okay. Now we do that under the part 1. This is what we put in under part 1, that one. So if you scroll down, you see show more.
Okay.
Show more. It's possible for you to create more than one part to a question as well. But since it's only one, so I just leave this like this. You now come under show more. Under show more, it's going to give you part general feedback for any incorrect response, for any partially incorrect response, for any incorrect response. So it is under this last one. I'm just going to say solution. Okay. I'll make it bold. So I just type in some things there to explain to the students. So I'll say here, right, add, so put my A plus B, right?
Yes.
Okay, which is, you can actually also add A plus B here, right? So instead of you doing it in the variable, what I've done here is going to physically take the value of A and B and add it together and display here.
Okay.
Get it? So let me first say add A and B. Then I now say then take away C from this one. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I can now say answer equals, again, if I like, I can either say ans, which is what I've declared earlier.
Okay.
Right. Or if I like, I can also say that I can now declare it here, open equals A plus B minus C. Right, and it's going to work it out by itself and declare both answers. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I now come here to save changes, and let me share my screen again. So if I put this one here and I say check. Right, okay, that is correct. Let's do it again. That one, check. Right, so you see it brings out the solution. First, add 10 plus 8 will give us 18.
Yeah.
Then
take away
then take away 17 from 18. In fact, if I like, I can also do it this way by saying I have so take away this from this, so I can write it like this, that so I can have this one. Let's say that is that one. Minus C. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's save that. Okay, so let's go and preview. Right, so let's answer something correctly. Yeah. So you have it like this. So that they will know, we can give a little more explanation, nothing more complex or, just very simple for them to understand this, what is how to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So now what I'll now need to do is now, what I now need to do, if I save changes, you see that I have only one question here.
Yeah.
Right. So what I want to do is now saying I duplicate this, right? But before I do the duplication, I must ensure that there is nothing I need to correct in here. I'm happy with everything. Everything is fine. Yep.
All right.
Okay. Because if you duplicate, I normally like 10 copies each. Now, what do you call it now? If I duplicate, I have 10, and I discover there's an error, I have to correct the entire 10.
Okay.
But if I've done everything correct, that I just duplicate, everything is fine.
Okay.
So I don't think there's nothing I need to change here any longer, right? Okay. Everything is fine. So I can come here to now. Right, this will now be to duplicate. You just look at this very one, right? Yeah. Which is that very icon. So if I click it once, it's going to bring me back to create a new question. So all what I need to do, remove this copy and just click on Save Changes. So I have two here already. Are you with me? Have I lost you?
Yeah. No, I'm following.
So I have two questions. Now, because I want 10, what I want to do is just come and click on this, right? Again, do this here. Now, if you are using the same, depending on your system, you may be able to do, if you scroll down, use that this save changes and continue. Save. If you do it continuously, that just click on it like that. Okay. You can generate close to maybe 5 or 6 or even more. So I'm going to do it. So we have to, this is the third one. So I'm going to do this. Do it 3 or 4 times or 5 or thereabout. Then here, I have 13 already. I only need 10. So I just say 1, 2, 3. Delete 3 that I don't need. Okay. Right. So the sum things are generated by itself. So if you come on to this one and click on question 1, you notice it's showing 23 and 24. If you come to the next one, it's going to show something totally different. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now, one more thing before I need to show you before, which you can also use to check, is you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I do see it.
Okay. So you see this one that says check variable instantiation. If you click on that, you can actually you can change this number data set, maybe 5 to 10 or thereabout, to as many as you like. If you click on that, it's going to show you how different number that is coming up. Okay. So this is your A5, your B, sorry, A25, B5, factor is 1, and your P is 29, and your answer is 1. Do you get it? So you can use this to, I say, I'm just doing preview all the time. This can give you a snapshot of various options that will be coming. So you can now use your answer. Is it meeting your expectation? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's fine. So now what we need to do next is, you notice what we have done. We have created the paper, which is the quiz, which we label compare number addition, but it's telling me that no question have been added. Now, under question bank, questions, I've created my questions here, 10 questions, they are ready.
Okay.
Final step is now link the two together.
Okay.
How do I do that? I need to click this compare number additions again. Then this edit quiz, I need to click on that.
Okay.
Right. Then you now come under add. Let me go through again. Compare number additions, edit quiz.
Yeah.
Then under this place, you click on add. Just like to add the questions now.
Okay.
Now, from question bank, because I've created question under the question bank. So that's what I'm going to say. Add from question bank.
Okay.
I will now select the category where my questions are saved. They are in here.
Okay.
Right. It's going to bring them all up. Then I'll now select this. We pick all of them.
Okay.
Then you now add selected questions to the quiz. Right?
Yeah.
So automatically, it tells me the number of questions that are there and the total amount, which is 10. If more than that or less, I can change the maximum number grade table is 10. So I leave it the way it is.
Okay.
Now, shuffle is, it doesn't matter because system will be adding, the question will be changing itself anyway. But let's say, for instance, if the questions I added are not, they are the same, I can use shuffle so that it's not going to ask them sequentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Changing them all anyhow. Well, the last thing to do is just click Save Changes. And that's it. So if I now go back to under section 1, test 2, right? Now, that's under section A. I need to click the something is saved at the bottom. I need to click on this, drag it up.
Okay.
Drag it under section A. And because it's question 2, of course, it comes before question 7.
Okay.
Right. Q2. Yeah. So this should come under here. That's fine. So if I click on this now, attempt quiz now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have it there. So question 1, question 2, question 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with something simple like this, it will get you to the system very well. Then from there, we can be moving on to something a bit more complex. For instance, if you look at number 2 here, 76 times 6, that's just multiplying 2 digits number by 1 digit number.
Yeah.
Then number 4, 872 divided by 8, which is dividing 3 digit number by 1 digit number by 1 digit number. Right. Number 5, adding pounds, take away pence from pound. 1.6 is take away 96. So these are all what they are summed. For instance, like this time one, you may not be able to do it immediately. It may take some time of practice. Okay.
Okay.
So under section B, so on and so forth. So I suggest let's start working with any of these. Anyway, you don't understand, don't worry. Then what I want to do, once you've done one, just to make sure to avoid the mistake of duplicating first, and we discover there's an error. Once you, excuse me, once you're done with your question, you finish everything, before duplicating, just send me a text, right? Just confirm that you've done this number, we'll double check. Or if I can't do immediately, I've also, this other lady works with me very well, the one you saw together yesterday, Oloibube. So I will give you her number as well. You can send both anyone, both of us. Then the first person that look at it will let you know if anything, if everything is fine. We say go ahead, duplicate, and link your question. But if anything not clear, we say, okay, we might correct you and say, correct this, then you just duplicate and just link the question. It's very straightforward.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Okay. All right. So I don't know. You have any question, or you happy with everything so far?
Oh, so far I'm happy with it. I think I only need to practice.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll wait for the link you will
Okay.
be
Let me
sending.
see. Yeah. Let me see. You'll be able to do it right away now. I think we finish.
So I'll go through it again and I will start practicing.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen first. Yep. Stop.